So I've adopted this new attitude where I basically do what I want. Because for many years, my stutter prevented me from doing what I wanted. And this whole taking a year off thing is to just fix all of that. So one of those steps is to just stop letting it control my life and just be. For instance, here's a little example. Um, Now, like uh, when we're just spending a night in Oakland at some of my friends' places, I end up wandering all over the city, because like last Friday, my best friend's house was having a party, so I started there, and I always go there a a little earlier before everyone else shows up, just because I like hanging out with them and their neighbors before all the drones of people show up. I started out there, and then my other friend's house was having a little get-together, so after about an hour and a half of being at the first place, I left and I went there for a couple minutes just to see everyone and say hi and stuff. And then one of the kids from that party wanted to go back to the one that I started at, so we went back there. And I basically just grabbed my purse and stuff, because there were other people, like some of my other friends, who wanted to go to the bar who were from both parties. So I found people from the one. This is a very confusing story, but the point is that I always end up going all over the place. Because in that night, I ended up going to 2 house parties and 3 bars, and it was a really good night. Because like before, I would always just follow all my friends around with what they were doing, but now I'm doing what I want to do. And I did that the next night too. I basically do it every time I'm drunk, or just basically when I'm always doing what I want. But I did that the next night too, because I went down to WVU with a few of my friends, and after we got to a party, I was like sometimes I feel like I'm not as in the loop with everyone else, so I just kind of feel like I don't know, like I don't really need to be there. So then I go find a new friend and I go hang out with them, and I always end up having a really good time. So I don't really care if it maybe makes other people mad that I may or may not have ditched them, because I didn't really ditch you. I just went and did something else. And another thing, right now I'm paying for all my rent, because my mom refuses to pay for it, because, well, she only will pay for it if I work for her for a few nights a week. But when I was doing that, I was completely miserable. So I told myself that I'm not going to do that anymore. And if me not doing that anymore means that I no longer have someone to pay my rent, then fine, I'll pay it myself. Because I'm not going to do something that makes me really annoyed, and I just like hate my life when I'm there. And I know that people always tell me that, like, that you have to do things that you don't want to do. Well, I do not believe that. I'm sorry. If I don't want to do something, I won't do it. And I don't think that you should have to do something that you don't want to, just because that's how life works. Well, it's not how my life works. And that's my new attitude.